Good morning, welcome to my SilverSneakers Flex Chair Yoga class. I'm Olivia. Let's get started just the Monday after Thanksgiving. All right. So we're all a little dragging and a little tryptophan over life. Sit on back against the back of the chair. Oh, I need a little massage on my low back there. And then if your feet are dingle-dangling here, as I say, you may want to scoot the pelvis forward so you can really connect with the earth here. It's a little more slumping, but we won't stay here for very long. Close your eyes, take the deepest breath you've taken all morning. Oh, that feels so good. Take another one if you want, or just settle in. Close your eyes though. And give yourself a chance to be present. Breathe in, welcome in the stillness, welcome in some peace, some shalom. And I'm going to turn the Buffalo Bills down. Alright, so sitting away from the back of the chair, just lift up, and any movement you kind of need to shake out here a little bit. Notice if you've got something that's going to be a little more tender today, you're going to want to be careful with. So do take care of yourself, alright? Let's move out to the edge of the seat. And if those of you on this side happen to see somebody coming in, let me know because the door is now locked. We'll let them in. Alright. Nice and tall on the sit bones. Just let the shoulders release away from the ears. Ah, oh, that sunshine is wonderful. Isn't it? Breathing again. And now, if you have a place on your body that you need some extra attention to today, eyes closed, nobody watching, I'm going to ask you to put your hand on that and breathe right into that hand. Maybe it's your head, maybe your heart, your shoulder, your elbow. But breathe into that spot. Create space there. And then eyes open, nice, soft, easy gaze. Smile on your face, all right? You tip the head. Oh, drop that shoulder down. And then tuck the chin towards your chest and pull it in so the back of the neck gets long. And then lifting up, let's go the other way. Tip the head. And be sure that right shoulder drops down as the ear lifts to the ceiling. And come right back up again. Drop the chin, tuck the chin so the back of the neck gets really long. And then right back up. And this time, let's go around. We're going to take this little semicircle in front. Don't let the head fall back. All the way around. Oh, you'll feel some good different sensations that way, I'm sure. And then the other way. Just in the front, though. And again, right and left. I feel like I haven't done this in a year. All the way back up. All right, so let's roll the shoulders around. A little crackling, maybe. Oh, that always makes me take a deep breath in. I think it's because the rib cage comes up. I just love it. And one more time. All right, hands on the rib cage. Elbows are going to point to the back wall. Lift the heart. Exhale, press the knuckles forward, tuck your chin. So this is shoulder blade movement here, all right? So I'm going to lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades in, And then exhale, separate the shoulder blades. My pelvis is staying perpendicular to the ground as you do this. Take a couple more times here. So I'm not hinging at the hip or pressing my pelvis forward. It's staying the same first. And exhale. All right, from here, lift the arms up and just let them float down. All right, so we're going to take the low half of the body. So what I want you to do is roll towards the tip of the sit bones and then roll back towards the back of the sit bones or the tailbone. Scoop in the belly. And then again, tip of the sit bones, roll forward and then roll back. Now what I want you to do is kind of concentrate on just the lower half so that the upper body just looks the same, all right? I'm not contracting and rolling down. I'm just going to roll back. See if you can open up that low back space there. And again, roll forward. Some funky music this morning. And roll back. Oh my goodness. And one more time. And back. All right, let's work another part of the spine then first. Some lateral movement. You can take that here, wherever you'd like, or arms out. Makes it a little more challenging, a little more core work, but you decide. Just be sure you're breathing with this. That belly is pulled in. That's what's supporting that spine. I come over until I get a little side stretch there. And then the other way. And then one more time. All right, leave that left arm up, followed by the right. And we're going to open to the right. Deep breath in, lift the arms. Open the other way. Inhale, lift the arms. And one more time. Inhale, lift the arms. And down. All right, come on to the front. We're going to take the feet a little bit wide. And I'm just encircle my kneecaps. Lift the hearts. Now I am going to roll forward a little bit on the tip of the sit bones. And then I'm going to scoop the belly and roll back. So this is a full seated cat and cow. Tuck that chin towards your chest. Tip of the sit bones, maybe roll forward. Just keep going with your own breathing rhythm now. The inhale as you come forward, and the exhale as you roll back. Should feel awful good. And back. One more time. And back. All right, straight goes the spine, and then we're going to roll the ribs around. So I want you to think about planting both sit bones underneath you. Just roll the rib cage around. It takes a little concentration, a little focus on the core here. I've got to pull that belly in. All right, let's go the other way. Try to stay planted on the sit bones as you do this. All right. So then we take the whole thing. So then we're going to come over and down. Straight spine as you do this. No. And you can even take this deeper if you wanted to. You drop the shoulders, scoop on back, whatever you want. But I just like the way it feels. And one more time. All right, let's go the other way. All the way back up. Feet are still going to be wide here. What I want you to do is press the hands down into the ground. You're going to feel everything connect here. The ribs draw down. The core muscles fire on. So press down as firmly as you can. Keep breathing. One more breath. And now we're going to point the elbows towards the hips and hinge forward with this nice straight back. I'm still pressing down on the hands. Work the triceps in the back of the arm, the muscles that run down the back. Bring the belly in, and then soften everything. Release the head down, scoop the belly, and roll back up. Nice and tall. So we're going to work these lats that run down the back right here by pressing down. You feel those muscles work first. So hold this here first. Pressing down, nice and tall. My shoulders are pressing down, my ribs and hips are connected, belly is pulled in. And then point the elbows to the hip bones. Hinge at the hip, nice straight back. Hold this here. You fire on the back muscles here. Breathing deep. And then release down, soften. Scoop the belly, round back up. Lovely. And walk the feet back in. All right, circle that arm around. And reaching way back. Feel the movement of the shoulder blade. It's going to wrap itself around your spine as you do this. Again. One more time. And leaving that hand right there, reach forward to me. Maybe let it reach up by the head and then stretch the finger far from the tailbone. I'm using my left hand for support here. Holding on. And then come on back up. All right, we take the other side, circling around. Okay. Wrap that shoulder blade around your spine. You can take it smaller if that feels better to you, or as big as you'd like. All right, one more time. Here we go. Right hand on the chair, let's see, that's your leg. Hinge at the hip like you're reaching something to me. And then if this is accessible, up by the head. And then what I want you to stretch the fingers far from the tailbone. Belly in as you do this. Hold on, breathe. And then exhale, hand down. Release, scoop the belly around the spine, come right back up. And we are going to drop the shoulder blades back towards the chair and then lift up and around. Now, if you can't get back quite that far, go ahead and rock your pelvis back a little bit. Otherwise, stay forward. See if you can tap the shoulder blades on the back. I didn't reach it that time. I'm going to try it next time. Deep breath in. Exhale. Scoop in the belly. I'm pressing forward for sort of a counterbalance. But you pull that belly in here. Scoot back. And back. All right, let's just try this. Lift that right leg. And go back. And up. And now the left leg. Press that heel forward or press the toes forward if you feel like you'd like to point the toes. It's up to you. And back. One more time. Last one. This time arms up, turn to the right, let them float down. And then roll that right shoulder back, nice and tall. Just look into the right wall, but pull that shoulder blade back and let it touch your spine. All right, let's go the other way. Deep breath in. Stretching up. And then we'll drop the shoulders, drop the hands to the left wall. Then pull that left shoulder back. Let it come back and kiss your spine right there. All right, and back to the front, right leg up. And circle that ankle. Nice. All right, so we're going to scoot back here and then come right back up. Lift the knee up towards the shoulder. Exhale, scoot back. Lift it up towards the shoulder. Maybe out to the side, whatever feels best to you here, but give it a good pull. Yeah. And again, lift up and hold. I'm going to use just my right hand. Come up to the tip of the sit bones as you do this. And again, one more. All right, out to the side, and now we're going to circle it around. Reach way out there with your toes. Shelly, are you in your bare feet today? Is it cold on the ground? Okay, good. It's going to be cold. And one more time. All right. And then the other leg up. So we sit up tall. And then exhale. Scoot back. Sit up tall. Pull it wherever it feels good. Try to get to the tip of the sit bones. And back. I say that because this leg is not as flexible for me. So I have to work a little harder at that. And down. And down. Two more. Last one, using just your left hand. See if you can get yourself back to the sit bones and hold head over heart over pelvis here. All right? And that may mean this needs to be a little smaller range of motion. That's okay. And again. One more out to the side. And here's where we reach those toes out as far as you can. Ooh, all the way up. And stretch in the front of the foot. If you're in sneakers, it's a little more difficult. I know. Sorry. You'll be doing this when you go home, I'm sure. All right. Let's take both heels in front. Hold on to the chair, toes to the ceiling. And just settle into your hands there. Maybe point the elbows to the back and just lift the heart. Now, if we can try this, one foot to the ground and then the other. So like you're pushing on the gas and the brake, or I guess that's the gas and the clutch, I think. And just stretching the front of the leg, front of the foot, lifting the heart. And again. All right, slide them right back in. Now, we're going to stand up. Today we're going to take the feet a little bit wider. Deep breath in. You can use the hands on the thigh. Deep breath in. Exhale, we lift. All right, so my feet are wider. So we're going to sort of turn this into some kind of a little squat here. All right, so take the feet as wide as you're comfortable. My toes are going to turn out just a little bit. And we're going to sit back, tap the pelvis, and come right back up. All right, use the hands on the thighs if that feels better. That's okay. You don't want to go all the way down. You don't have to. And again, there's a fitness program called Willpower and Grace, and it's like a million squats. But one thing we did is we used the hands and we pushed off to get a little tricep workout as well. So feel free to do that. All right, it gives you another little workout there, but then it also gives you the benefit of squat work. It's a class that's taught barefoot. It was barefoot cardio class. So we weren't racing around or anything, but it was a lot about feet and how important toes are. And again, one more time. All right, we're back up. Walk your feet back in, deep breath in. Let's take this vinyasa. We're going to forward fold, slide out the legs so the hands come to the crease of the hip. Squeeze the shoulder blades. So I'm looking in front, about 4 feet in front, and then I'm going to slide down the legs. Ooh, great stretch in the hamstrings, and then a reverse swan dive all the way back up. Lovely. Hands back to the heart. All right, beautiful. Round to the back side, grab a drink of water, and we shall move on. I feel like we spent longer down there on the ground today, or on the chair. But I needed that today. Really, it felt like every move I hadn't done in a long time. Okay, downward facing dog, step on back. Move into this slowly, pay attention to those new sensations or those sensations that have returned again. And then if you need a little movement somewhere, go ahead and do that. I like to bend one knee and the other, and then turn my tailbone to one corner and then the other. And then come to some stillness. I'd like you to try to take the weight onto the feet here, okay? Like in this position, we like to push onto the hands, but fire on the weight in the feet a little bit. So it means you may want to creep the toes forward a little bit more, soften the knees, but fire on the core muscles and see if you can release the pressure on the hands a bit. Draw the shoulders down the back as well. Feet and legs really doing a lot of this work here. All right, take the gaze over the chair, rise up on the tiptoes and walk into the chair. And then we'll do this little Stairmaster thing. Just drop one heel down and then the other. Yeah. All right, nice. Can we do it no hands? Okay, beautiful. All right, and then stepping the feet out wide. Let's turn the toes out a little bit and reach to the ceiling. Bring the shoulders up first, as that just feels so painful. And then drop them down. You need one hand on the chair. Please keep it there. A little goddess pose. Dropping down and lift back up. And as you lift back up, insist that the shoulders stay down. They're going to want to ride up, so keep them down as you extend through the fingers. And again. Shoulders down. Nice. One more time. And let's see if we can hold this here. All right. Little la-di-da with the hands, I call it. Yeah. And then out and in, back to the shoulders. And then you forget about your legs, right? Okay, then we go windshield wiper. And then we go scarecrow. All right, very nice. Elbows back, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then we're gonna make this great big basketball hoop. Drop your head between your chin to the chest. And then back, lifting the heart a little bit. Now watch the balance. You may want to use the chair here. And then back. One more time. Belly is pulled in. And back. Flip the hands. You have to ease up on the knuckles right there a little bit and see if we can bring them up over the face without the shoulders coming up. Drop them down. Create a lot of space back there. Now I'm going over to one side. Lovely. Framing your face here. Beautiful, open, twist, rise back up, not moving anything in the low half of your body, and here, and all the way down. All right, stand up nice and tall. Let's walk this left foot over to the right leg of the chair. We're going to step out to the side. So it's a little balance work. And you can take this as deep as you want. We're going to take a little squat here, and then we're going to take a little lunge into the back. All right? If you don't need that chair, don't use it. If you need the chair, it is right there. All right? You don't want to go deep, you can just touch the toe. Try to make it balance. All right? That's sort of what I'm working on here for the beginning. Don't do it if it hurts. And back. And back. A couple more. Last one. And back. All right, we walk to the other side. All right, so that foot's there, and the reason it's there so you've got the chair handy, all right? Again, as small as you need to, as big as you're comfortable, all right? Use the chair, don't use the chair. It's up to you entirely. It's amazing what just a little touch point will do for balance too. And drop that foot right behind you there for a little more challenge, or maybe even over a little bit for even a little more challenge. That was also part of that program, Willpower and Grace. Two more. And last one. All right, and up nice and tall. Shake your legs out. Good work. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Bring that heart forward, and then slide down your legs, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Beautiful. Hands come in, right foot steps forward, and left foot steps back. Turn that toe out. Hands if you need it on the chair. Warrior one. Drop your shoulders once again. And then hold on to this great big ball. Let the thumbs point to the back wall, and then point them to the front wall. And then circle sweep down, all the way up, beautiful. And release the shoulders again. Let me take that left hand, let it slide down that. So I'm gonna come a little closer, and then I'm gonna turn my right hand like I'm away to somebody there. Now, back heel is pressed into the earth right here. You have a long line from the crown of the head to the heel. I have hinged a little bit so I can get to the outside edge of that chair and breathe. Circle sweep that arm, step both feet together, no hands if you don't need it. And then the other side. Again, no hands if you don't need it, but use them if you do. And get that heel in the ground. Right up. Nice. Thumbs to the back wall. Thumbs to the front. Circle sweep down and all the way up. Drop your shoulders one more time. Strong back leg. You should be feeling a really nice calf stretch there. And drop down. Now that right hand is going to come to the chair, and then it's going to slide over and down, which is going to bring that right shoulder forward. Hold on to the chair, and then I'm going to turn that left hand to my neighbor on the left. One deep breath in. All right, circle sweep that arm, step both feet together. Deep breath in, let's step back and forward fold. Halfway rise. All right, sink deeper. Straight back first, and then release the head, scoop the belly around, and roll back up. All the way up and down. That's a nice roll up. How we come, let me show you from the side here. We're here, we come here. Still I have a nice straight back here. I'm still looking at this little child. And then as I take this a little bit deeper, I'm gonna bend and roll back up. Yeah? Okay, drink of water. All right. From mountain pose, nice and tall. Bend, sink into the knees. Let's just take a little breath work. Deep breath in, lifting up. Exhale, push forward. I'm going to keep my back on the wall behind me until you feel that great stretch in the calf. Pull it right back in and right down to the earth. Deep breath. Exhale, push. Deep breath in. Exhale, push down. Deep breath in. This time we're going to push to the ceiling, sink down, straight back. Bring it right back in and push down. Bring it right back in. Press to the ceiling, sink into this and hold. Now drop your shoulders, everyone. Okay. Hand on the chair. What I want you to do is push the hips back. It's like you're going, oh, there's my toes. All right. And then turn again to the right wall so you can see your toes. You are sort of in that chair pose right here. We're going to circle sweep that arm back and around. Hold the lower half how it is. And then reach forward. Powerful pose. Sink a wee bit deeper. Still see the toes? And push out. All right. Deep breath in. Exhale, push to the ceiling. So my knees are way in front of my toes right now, right? I know they are, just can tell by the way they feel. So I'm going to drop my hand, push my hips back. So it's almost like you're going to sink this deeper. Turn the hand, take the gaze, check back on the toes. You can see them, yep. Perfect. Circle sweep, come into chair pose. You can use the chair right there. I can still see my toes. Reach forward. Now pull the shoulders back here, yeah. We tend to do this, right? Pull them back, yeah, and then lift. Turn the tailbone to the ground as the heart lifts. Sink a wee bit deeper and pull the ceiling up. Deep breath in and release back down. Step out, shake out a little bit. All right, and then we'll come into warrior two. So right foot to the right wall, left toe to the front, and sink into that knee. Hold that there for a moment. Head over, heart over pelvis. Don't anticipate what we're doing. Maggie goes, I got this. We are going to do that. All right, just let them float up. Let them float up. And let them come right back down. Breathe in. And again, float them up until you say, oh my gosh, I don't think I can do that anymore. And down. Keeping the palms facing the ground. One more time. Up, up, up. And settle into warrior two. Drop your shoulders right there. Okay, once again, don't anticipate where we're going. So head over, heart over pelvis. Nothing's changed in the upper body. One way, and then the other. Use the chair any way you need to, anytime you need to is fine. Notice your feet have fired on a little bit, all right? So those toes are doing a little more work than when you're just standing straight. And again, all right, coming into extended angle. Here, I'm sorry, side angle, right here. And then arm comes wherever it comes for you. You know what I mean? It's up to you entirely. Look down towards the earth first. So you have really worked this neck, and be sure that knee is tracking right towards the big toe. And if it's not, here's what you do. You bring that toe in a little bit. Forward, yeah, towards the, so that knee will track right in the direction of the toe. It may not be as flexible enough to do that. Breathe in. Let's circle that arm around. And we're going to go back to reverse. Warrior two. Lifting up. We'll look back towards the back foot. That baby toe edge of your foot is pressed in. Be sure that those toes are facing right forward to the front of the room here. And then that baby toe edge is pressed in, but also that big toe is pressed down. So you're going to work those toes back there as well. I do this so you take the focus off of what's happening with the legs, right? In case you wonder, why do we stop talking so much about toes? All right, land this right back here. Oh, we didn't look up. Here we go. I want to look up first. That's what feels really good. Yeah, drop that left shoulder down. Check in. That right knee is still over the ankle. You've got that planted right there very firmly. Come right back to warrior two. Lovely. I'm going to keyhole, hold my left thumb, slide down by the tailbone, squeeze the shoulder blades. Then I'm going to bring my hands over to my left hip. And looking right between the chair and the leg right here, about 6 feet in front, I'm going to hinge at my right hip. Now, this may mean you need to use hands on the chair and or the leg, or maybe you can do it just like this. But the belly is pulled in here. And here's the next thing. To release the head, look back towards that back foot, maybe belly pulled in. Use the chair if you need to. One hand, two hand to get you back up. It's fine with me. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Okay, I'm going to add another challenge for some people. Maybe lift the hands from your backside. Okay, coming out of this, use the hands if you need to. Otherwise, bring the heart forward. Come right back up. Don't straighten that knee. We come right back to warrior two. I didn't look to see how you did, all right? It's okay. We call it humble warrior. I just happen to think it's pretty darn cool. Reach to the ceiling and bring the hands back in. Come into just wide standing mountain pose. Spend a moment here. Regroup. Let the shoulders rest. Let the legs rest. And breathe. Remember that spot that you needed extra attention to? Breathe into there. All right, we go the other way. Turning that toe and sink into that knee. You want to be sure the knee is pointing right towards the toe. So for me, I'm going to bring that foot in just a little bit and not quite to that wall. Whatever feels good to you. So check in with both feet. That back foot is, toes are turned to the front. Release the shoulders. And let's just do a little movement in the rib cage here. As you do this, you've got this belly pulled in here. And that's not easy after Thanksgiving. Who wore their leggings to Thanksgiving dinner? And again. All right, here we go. We're going to hold this. I want you to look down towards the toes. Again, it's tracking right in the direction there. And then look to the front. And maybe look to the ceiling. That's accessible. We level this out. Level it out. Knee over the ankle, and then we lift up. Don't straighten that knee. And again, look down. A little work in the neck right there. Look, that baby toe edge is down as well as that big toe mound is pressing into the earth. A lot of connection with the ground there. We trace the collarbone, come up looking towards that arm, hand, whatever is accessible. Breathe. Level this out, warrior two. Okay, drop your shoulders. I'm in a keyhole, hold my right thumb, and look right between, and bring the hand over to the right hip. Shoulders are back here. You're going to squeeze them together, and right between the chair and the leg, I'm going to hinge at that knee. Now, you may not feel like you need to hinge very much, and that's okay with me. Otherwise, I'm going to move down a little bit more. Use the hand on the thigh and the chair if you need it. That's okay. Squeezing the shoulder blades, belly in. The very end, you're going to tuck the chin, look towards that back leg, maybe lift those hands off the back. Squeezing the shoulder blades, bending the elbows. Ooh, I look this time. That's great. Awesome. Come right back up. Use the chair if you need to. Right back to star pose because you all are rock stars. Ta-da! That was fabulous. Great, great, great. Clap your hands firmly and all the way down. Walk your feet in. Shake them out. And let's take that vinyasa. Breath. Exhale. Halfway rise. Squeezing the shoulder blades. And then still with that straight back, soften the knees. Maybe slide down a little deeper. You feel a great stretch in the back of the legs. And then soften everything. Bend the knees, round the spine, and roll back up. Lovely. All right, step that right foot in, just like a little walking step, so not far. You still have space between you and the chair here. Nice and tall, and just hold this. It's still mountain pose. Collarbones are broad here, right? And then I'm going to push forward on that back toe. Heel, toe. I guess you push onto the toe, and you lift the heel. Okay, details. Okay, just holding on. Just holding on. And then roll back the other way. Lift the toe. Let's see if we can add a little twist to this. Get the chair handy if you need it. So I just have the heel on the ground in front. Well, the back foot too. And then come forward. Let's try it. Let's see if we can add this twist. I wasn't feeling brave last time. As you do this, you're going to notice this left hip wants to open up. Keep the left hip facing the front. And just look to the left wall. All right, both hands on the chair. Lean into it. Soften that knee you're standing on. And as you lift that back foot, try to stay right over the chair. And so I think it's easier if you actually push that left foot behind you, so it's a little more behind you than out to the side. That'll keep you right over the chair. Belly in here. So think about lifting that front body to the back body right here. Let's see if we can come into that airplane pose. Reaching out. Reaching out. All right, I'm going to drop my right hand to the chair. I'm going to turn my body, whole body, to the left wall and lift that left arm to the ceiling. Ooh. Bend the front knee, drop that foot down. You know what? Let's go into reverse warrior. Reaching up. That's another ta-da moment. That was awesome. That was half moon pose. Beautiful. Windmill the arms. Back to downward facing dog. Step on back. Any movements you need here. All right. Gazing up over the chair. Step that left foot in. Just a nice little walking step right there. Pull away from the chair. Let's not too far. Easy, easy pyramid pose here. Let's roll forward. Hold it. And let's see if we can take this reach. You want that right hip reaching forward. So don't let that right hip open. Press it forward to me. All right, roll back down. Using the chair if you need to. Lift that front toe. And we're going to go the other way. Wow, nice. Okay, come forward, soften that knee. We're going to lift that back foot behind you. And watch we don't go off to the side. Try to stay over the chair. And for me, what helps is if I push that foot a little more behind me instead of out to the side. And we'll try the same arm, or the opposite arm. And then the right arm, I want you to think up, lift that front body. There's this rush of wind coming up the front body, and it's going to go right down the back body, up, over, and down. Nice. Left hand comes in. Lift that right. You're going to turn that body to the right wall, lifting that right hip. Half moon pose. Firm grip on that chair. Just don't yank the chair over. All right, come on back. Sink into that front knee till that back toe touches the ground. Up into reverse, lifting up. Front knee over the ankle, back leg straight. And reach onto the heavens there. Beautiful. All right, windmill that back on. Back to downward facing dog. Let's take wide standing downward facing dog. So see if you can take your feet at least chair width apart, maybe even wider in this. And then soften the knees a little bit more and sink a wee bit deeper. Amazing stretch on the shoulders. But you decide. All right, now just bend the right knee. And come back. You may want to take a little step in closer to the chair if that feels better to you. And then bend the left knee if it's too tough on the shoulders there. Come on back. Scoop in the belly, round that spine. This is what I call London bridges. So you're going to arc the body one way. I guess it's more like, well, it's not London bridges. And then sink back down. What bridge goes that way? If you've ever been to Wheeling, West Virginia, they've got a Fort Henry Bridge goes that way. All right, scoop again. Walk your feet in. We're going to roll up and walk into the chair at the same time. Two things at once. Deep breath in. All right, let's take that forward fold. And halfway rise. And circle sweep into chair pose briefly and pass right through. And all the way down. All right, grab a drink of water, sit back down. I've spent a lot of time sitting and standing now too. Good work. All right, so let's drop that left thigh onto the ground. We're going to slide that right one out to the side. And if this gives yourself, if this gives you a cramp in the hip bone, then just pull that heel in. That should take that out. Just right there. And in this, what I really want you to work at doing is getting that outside edge of your foot into the ground. So stretch it down there towards the ground. You stretch those ligaments, tendons in the leg. And then let's go the other way. So lift that. And that may give you a cramp, so go ahead and don't do it. Just bring the heel in. Lifting in. And then pressing back down. All right, and just easy gate pose. Reach to the ceiling. Fingers here. We would normally do this on our knee. We're not going to do that. And I'm going to take a little arc over, but the tendency is to push here, so try not to do that. Just fingertips here. And then using the chair, we have this little twist, nice and tall, and stretch the crown of the head to the ceiling. These chairs kind of make you sink into it, so work against that. Maybe use the hand right there. Let's see if you can lengthen the spine. Going back to the front, let's bring that foot back in. I'm going to cross it up and over. Or figure four stretch if that's accessible to you. All right, make sure this left foot is underneath the knee here and this foot stays flexed. And then if this is accessible, we're going to press that low back forward, sit up nice and tall. So you can just let that upper body relax with your breath. And let that translate down into the hips maybe, so they'll relax. All right, let's encircle this. Now you have two choices here. You can leave that foot on there, which is going to make it more challenging, or you can release it off, all right? And I'm going to get that belly out of the way. We all have one. And let's lift that knee towards the shoulder as you look towards the right wall. So that gets into another part of that glute there. Maybe look further over that right shoulder. So we add a little twist to this. Bringing that knee even closer to the shoulder. All right, come on around to the front. Extend that leg out. I have another, like class of the Belvedere, when we do this lady goes, oh. Some of you may know her, so I call it the Caroline pose. She just drops back. That's enough, she says. Okay, back of the leg, hinge forward, straight spine. And then I love to stretch the crown of the head far from the tailbone. Belly pulled in, do that. That's the beauty of it. Both feet on the ground, hands on the thigh muscles. Hinge a little bit more. Use those triceps there in the back of the arm. Little baby cobra, bring the heart forward. Release, scoop, and roll back up. All right, now I put about 15 things on that side. We'll see if I can remember it here. Okay, so off to the side with the left leg. And again, just press that baby toe edge into the ground. Get a great stretch on the outside. Go ahead and lift up on that big toe right there. Just press it down. If you have shoes on, I know it's difficult and I apologize, but try it when you're home on your bare feet. And then we're going to go the other way. Yeah. So drop that instep down. Ooh, you feel different things happen in the hip, huh? Yeah. Lift it up. All right, and then just put the foot on the ground. We'll come into our gate pose here. Reach to the ceiling. I feel like I'm balancing because this foot isn't even on the ground. I have to touch the toe. And then a little baby arc if that's accessible. Breathe. One more. Oh gosh, that feels good. All right, and twist the other way. And again, straighten the spine, lengthen it to the crown, to the ceiling, a little bit more. And release. Okay, and bring that foot in. Up and over or down low. The foot underneath the other knee right there. Foot stays flexed. down today. And press forward on the pelvis. All right, so we take these hands, fold them, scoot back and get that belly out of the way. So you're going to come around to the other side, to the right rib cage as you lift that towards the shoulder. All right, turn the gaze to that left wall window. And you want to take this deeper, go ahead and you decide. Maybe look towards that left shoulder. Come on back to the front. Extend it out in front. Hinge at the hips. Nice straight back. Don't fall out of the chair. You want to feel a stretch down the back of the leg. And if you are rounded in here, you won't feel it at all. So you have to bring the shoulders back, move forward with the heart. Little micro bend here, and that's how you feel the stretch in the back of the leg. All right. Both feet on the ground, hands on the thigh muscles. Take this a little bit deeper hinge, if that's accessible, and then bring the heart forward, working the back. Draw the shoulders together in the back. My elbows are pointing to the chair behind me. Wow, amazing, amazing. And then slowly push back up. Roll back. There's my Carolyn pose. I've had enough, she says. Roll back up like you're taking your shirt off. We'll walk all the way to the back of the chair. She actually used to come to this class too. Okay, snuggle your pelvis in. Settle in. Roll the shoulders, tuck them underneath you. Put a little tuck in the chin so the head doesn't fall back. And whatever feels good to you with your hands, make that decision. I've taken you and your brain a lot of different places today, so let go of that. Breathe that away and just become still, present, joyful. Take that deep belly breath in. Bring it up into the lungs. Open your mouth and exhale. One more like that, deep belly breath through the lungs. Exhale through the mouth. And then wiggling your fingers and toes. Hands back to the heart as that light, sunlight comes beaming in. Continue to shine your light, friends. This world still needs more light. Namaste. Namaste. All right, wonderful. Okay, so.